Guys, welcome back in to another video. Guys, we're back with another AOT reaction. I told y'all we'll be pumping these things out. I told y'all the schedule. Told y'all to get ready. You're going to have content coming your way, whether it's going to be all about just anime in general, Attack on Titan, reviews, movie reactions, whatever it is, it's going to be coming to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I need you guys to clear your schedules, clear your weeks. Go ahead and get your popcorn ready and relax. So this creator I found is named Review Raz. They basically did a video on Attack on Titan titled basically so many words that how Erenyeager's boredom resulted in the war, right? It started the whole war. It started the rumbling, right? That he was so bored he started rumbling. I think that's an oversimplification, to be honest with you. It may just be like a catchy type of title to kind of get you in there. Because, granted, it got me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to review this. I want to see what this is about. I want to see what they're talking about. It's not too long of a video, but we're going to get into it and we're just going to react to it and see what's up. Because, you know me. Y'all know I got a lot to say when it comes to Attack on Titan. Before we get into it, guys, I already know the deep. Let's get the business out the way. Guys, if you enjoy what you're seeing, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button and also go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. Guys, both of those things are free and literally takes you 0.0 seconds to do, especially if you're enjoying what's being put out there. Also, guys, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know. Be like, hey, I don't know about that. That kind of sounds like an oversimplification of the whole seriousness of the show. Or if you actually agree with the thoughts that are about to be presented. Let me know. Just comment. Just say hey. Last but not least, go ahead and share the content, guys, as we are on our way to, yes, 200 subscribers. But I appreciate those 200 subscribers. I really do. Thank you. Every little bit helps. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you guys are up to date of anything and everything that's being put out on this channel. Without further ado, let's get into this. We're going to go ahead and get into it, guys. This one is by Review Raz, entitled How Eren's Boredom Started a War. It's an Erenyeager analysis. Y'all already know how I feel about Eren. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into this and we're going to see what this is all about. Let's go.
If you've read the ending of AOT, there's only two possible reactions you could have had.
Wow, that ending was great. I really like the way Eren's character arc ended and how the story portrays human conflict.
Or,
wow, that was the worst thing I've ever read. Isayama, change the ending now or I'm gonna hang you by your own intestines.
trust me, there's no in-between with the people in this community. Whatever you think of the ending, I think
I'll be honest with you, I know we paused this straight out the gate, but he ain't lied. It ain't really no in-between because, to be fair with you, there's really no way of it being in-between. I mean, it's either or. Either you enjoyed the ending or you hated it, right? One of the two. Like, that's the thing. I guess the only in-between would be that you slightly liked it and you're glad that it wrapped up and you're just like, whatever, it is what it is. The only in-between that will also be if you're just indifferent to it. Like, you don't care whether it was bad or whether it was good. It's just that it ended, right? So,
the main point of contention lies with Eren himself. I feel many people saw Eren as a vastly different character than he actually is, and I think that misinterpretation of Isayama's vision is what led to the controversy. I'm not going to sit here and slowly yet methodically try and change your mind on the ending. Besides, death of the author implies that how you interpreted the story is what's right to you. So do what you please, I guess. I'm not trying to make a persuasive piece or anything, I mostly just want to share my thoughts. So if you disagree with my interpretations, I'm sure you'll let me know how wrong I am in the comments anyways. I do, however, want to share why I'm so fond of Eren's character and why I see his arc the way I do. Because I think he's one of the most interesting characters I've seen in a while, even from within the story itself. He takes a character arc that, while similar in some respects to many characters throughout the series, has vastly different motivations which distinctly separates him. I know there's tons of videos looking into Eren's character at this point on YouTube, and I'm not going to dive into every nitty-gritty aspect of him since, well, these videos already did. But instead I want to look at the most interesting part of him. The part of him that's been there since birth, which all begins with a bored little kid staring into a vast open sky, waiting for something to happen.
First of all, I'm going to stop you there. You're using dubbed. First of all, we got to talk about that, guys. It's sub all day over here, guys. Sub all day. You can say what you want. You think what you want. I don't give a fuck. It's sub all day, dog. None of that. That dub shit. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. We just based off of the 3 videos that he showed, he might be one of those. He might be one of those, guys.
Eren!
I think the most interesting piece of Eren's motivation stemmed from his boredom as an early child, the time before Eren had looked into Armin's book. We all know that Eren is a character transfixed on freedom, or at least a twisted definition of freedom he created from seeing Armin's book. But what's muddled and confused...
Oh, God damn it. God damn it. It's not... Holy shit. I knew it. I called it. I knew it, guys. I knew it. We're pausing in there. Got 2 minutes in. 2 minutes. Guys, Eren did not have a twisted version of freedom. Why is that narrative being pushed? This is a man who's been stuck behind walls, right? Memory erased, has no idea that humans beyond the wall exist. He just knows the town he grew up in and the people he knows that surrounded him. That's all he knows. And he knows that the Titans outside of the wall, which they were being taught about in school, is the reason why they can't venture outside. He didn't even know they were on a fucking island. And to me, I don't know if they showed it, but I don't even think they knew they were even on like a little piece of world by themselves. Maybe they knew. I don't know. But regardless of the fact, he didn't know that there were other people out there. So the only thing that he saw were walls and Titans. That's all he knew. And based off of Armin's book, he got excited to say, damn, that looks cool. I would love to see that shit. But damn, I can't see that shit because of these goddamn Titans. If only these Titans would just be gone and be completely out of the picture, I will be able to go see those sites with my friend Armin. But I can't. So clearly we're trapped inside of these walls because we look at the walls as protection, but I see it as a cage because I can't go, we cannot cultivate or see the world for what it is because of these damn Titans. How is that twisted? That's very straightforward. I don't get why that's a narrative that's being pushed. Let's continue, guys.
Fusion is why Eren is so obsessed with freedom. Ever since Eren was a child, Eren has always had an innate desire to secure freedom. If someone would try to take his freedom away, he wouldn't hesitate to take theirs first. I think some of it was simply part of his nature. He had the innate desire to fight for what he believes. We see this when he meets Mikas's kidnappers and when he sees Ramsey getting beat in Marley. In the cabin scene, most kids would probably be too scared to do, well, much of anything, even call for an adult. But what Eren did isn't exactly that typical reaction. He saw someone's freedom being taken away, and that voice echoing into his brain made him fight. For Eren, fighting for freedom is an innate part of him, but it's more than that. For Eren, fighting for freedom is fun.
Oh my... Oh my God. What? What? What is this? What? Oh my God. fun. He enjoys it. This is new. This is new. I heard this one. Oh my god. What? Okay. Oh, okay. This is a joke. Somebody's fucking with me, right? Wow, that was funny. Damn. I don't even know if I want to continue, bro. Let's continue, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna jump forward a bit. Okay, a lot. When I was reading the ending, one panel stuck out to me more than anything else. Yes, even more than that. It was learning that Eren allowed Dinah's Titan to ignore Bertolt when he destroyed the wall and eat his mother. At first, I was confused on so many levels. Like, what did this mean? That Eren was changing the timeline or something? I don't know. My brain is pretty small, so when I saw something so out of the blue, I just kind of sat there confused. But after staring...
I mean, how did you know he was changing the timeline when it was revealed in chapter 121 that he was doing that? What are you talking about? It was in chapter 121, it was revealed that he was the one that was behind everything. So clearly for him to be the one behind everything and for him to influence Kruger to say what he said to his dad, to Grisha, when they were on the port, when they just got to the island, clearly he was there. Okay. Let's go.
Staring at it for more time than I am willing to admit, I had a bit of a realization, one that was aided by Isayama's little gag comics at the end of each volume.
Oh my
Each of these
god,
comics represents
bro!
a bit of a look into the characters of the story, by putting them into far different scenarios than the rest of the story. Something much more twisted, spiteful, and filled with all kinds of terrifying prospects. Something like a high school. You're confused, but I'm right. In this universe, all of the characters introduced throughout the show have been cast into a dramatized high school setting, filled with the most ridiculous of character tropes. Mikasa is a goth, still obsessed with Eren, Armin fills that nerdy stereotype, Jean is the cool, popular kid, and Reiner is a jock on the football team. Though this sounds completely separate from how these characters appear in the main story, each role they've been placed into is still similar to their former characterizations. It's the personalities of all the characters simply placed into an alternate universe. And none shows this recontextualization off better than through Eren, offering a lens into his psyche through a different perspective. Also, for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to refer to Eren from the main story as Eren A, and one from the spin-off as Eren B. Eren B fulfills a boring, albeit similar role to himself in the main story. He's viewed as, well, just a normal guy. He's not very popular at school, he isn't very driven, and similar to Child Eren, he's just bored, but not aware of just how bored he is. Now, when I say bored, I don't quite mean the bored you feel on a rainy day and you can't go outside, or the bored you feel waiting for a new game to come out and having nothing to do in the meantime. No, I mean bored as in purposeless, not having a cause to wake up to and achieve much of anything, simply accepting the day-to-day monotony of life. He views life as this existence he's stuck in, left to fill. I felt I needed to clarify this, because justifying any of his actions on mere leisure boredom alone would probably make me sound like a psychopath. Not that the reality is much better, if I'm being honest. For most of the story, his boredom doesn't affect his personal life. It's simply being a part of himself he doesn't give much thought to. Though similar to Eren A, Eren B still has his spurts of care when he sees someone else's freedom being taken from them. This all changes, however, when Eren B has a far different day of school than usual. The day begins similar to any other normal day for him.
Oh, we're going to talk about the whole fucking zombies, and we're going to talk about that. Guys, this has nothing to do with Attack on Titan, guys. Can we focus on Attack on Titan? Can we focus on that? This is just a passion project that Isayama wanted to write. Can we not differentiate the two? I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Like, let's just focus on that, bro. Like, we always want to resort back to that. Resort back to, oh, this is how he fit. This is not what was portrayed to us throughout the entirety of the story. His motivation in School Cast had to be different because it did not involve it did not involve Titans. He was a regular dude who was free. He was free to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do in this one. In the real world, per se, in high school. So Isayama had to find a twist on that, had to find a twist take on that to try to push the narrative of School Cast. That's all that it was. We start looking at this as law. Like, oh, well, shit, since he was bored in School Cast, he was bored in Attack on Titan. So he just wanted to kill the world because he just wanted something to do. No, that wasn't the case. Because he had this is the thing, he had a purpose in Attack on Titan. His purpose was, at that point in time, he wanted to join the Scouts. He wanted to be able to see the outside world. He told his dad and his mom that at the dinner table. So that was his purpose. That was his drive, right? So he had that. In School Cast, he had nothing. He was just going to school. Just being like, damn, what the fuck am I doing? Right? He wasn't motivated by school or curriculum and all that stuff. So Isayama had to find a playful twist on it to try to convey that message a bit. But it wasn't because in Attack on Titan, Eren was just bored. Eren was just like, man, you know what? Fuck, I'm bored. I want to kill everything. I want to destroy the world because I'm bored. And I think it'll be fun. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what? Again with this? Come on, man. I thought this was done. And you know what? I did it to myself, guys. I did it to myself. I should have known. But whatever.
Contemplating his boredom. However, his thoughts trail off further than the usual, wondering if this boredom of his will ever be quenched, not being able to take how insufferable it is. Suddenly, a scream coming from the hallway breaks his moment of thought, only for him to realize there's been a zombie outbreak in his school. Eren runs into the hallway as he witnesses countless staff and students from his school zombified or being eaten by them. He rushes to Mikasa and Armin, and without a moment of hesitation, begins to take out every zombie in his path. More importantly, he makes a vow to Armin and Mikasa to destroy every last one of the zombies. He continues to fight, and at the peak of his drive and the crux of his fight, the unexpected happens, and he wakes up. Realizing what he had seen and vowed to do was just a dream, a tear drops from his face. Eren B has finally broken. He can't take it anymore. His tears now rain from his eyes. More than anything, he wished his dream to reality. In the next volume, Eren B faces his own reality once again. Now,
he wished his dream into as I just stated. In order to write something that's more in line with reality, this is the way that Isayama had to play the twist on it. By saying, oh, I'm going to kill every one of these zombies. Because he had a purpose, right? That was his purpose. To do that. His purpose was to do it. Because, again, he's free here. He's free. He can do whatever he wants in School Cast. That's the point of it. So, in Attack on Titan, he's fighting for freedom. That is his purpose, to fight for freedom. In School Cast, you can't say that because he's not a slave. He's not behind walls or anything like that, right? He's free to do what he wants to do. Titans aren't the problem in School Cast. So, Isayama had to create a problem to say, oh, okay, well, this is what it is. That's all that was. Like, why can't we differentiate the writing? Why are we trying to tie the two writings together to try to make Eren out to be like, oh, he was just this bored, crazy, psychotic dude who just wanted to kill things because he wanted to have fun. Like, that's not the case. Like, I don't understand why this is even still a thing. Why, bro? Like, why? Why are people still pushing this little narrative? You know what I'm saying? Good Lord, like...
Burdened by the knowledge of what could be, his thoughts drift to the truth, realizing that such preposterous scenarios could never exist.
of course humanity isn't in danger of being annihilated. So he doesn't have anything to go off of. It says it right there. It says it right there in that. But in Attack on Titan, he was under the impression that humanity was on the verge of being annihilated. That's why they thought that they were the only humans left. That's it. But then only to find out, once all the Titans were gone and he reached the basement, damn, it ain't even the Titans that's the problem. It's the world. The world wants us dead for something that happened 2,000 years ago. They want us dead. So them actively trying to kill us, or actively trying to take our resources, or actively trying to take the founding Titan or whatever for more power, instead of me just allowing that to happen, I'm not finna allow that to happen and allow my friends and my home to get destroyed because of that. That's his driving force. Because once I gained freedom from the Titans, as I thought that this was the only problem, actually there's a bigger barricade. There's a bigger border. There's a bigger issue. Now I have to focus my strive for freedom on these people now. That's all the story was. So I don't understand why we're trying to conflate and trying to mesh together School Cast and Attack on Titan.
No, it doesn't exist. Not yet. If the danger doesn't exist, then I could just cause it myself. A threat to all of humanity.
Alright, here we go. Here we go, y'all.
In year 845, the Shiganshina district of Walmaria was destroyed, kicked open by the colossal titan. That fateful day, Eren witnessed his mother getting eaten by a titan. This spiral of hatred from his perpetrators is what led Eren to eventually destroy those very walls to completion, releasing an army of colossal titans to flatten the world and finally give the people of Eldia freedom. I think most people would call this summary of Eren's plot.
Are we forgetting that his only focus was the Titans at the time? Are we forgetting that? So we just think that that's just all that happened? Like that's just it? Like we just forgetting that? All right.
Plot accurate. However, with the clue in the ending and the understanding of Eren B, a more accurate depiction of Eren A's mind can be viewed. Though Eren may have sided with the Eldians in earlier seasons, that was simply due to the coincidental alignment of their goals. Freedom for Eren meant the eradication of all Titans, which coincidentally meant the freedom of all people in the walls. Even with the reveal of the warriors being Titans, it still stood that they were just a major threat needing to be wiped out. Once the morally gray nature of their conflict was revealed, however, Eren still decided to push forward in spite of the wishes of the island.
Here we go. Guys, I just did a video on it. Go check it out. It just popped up on the screen. I just did a video on it. Here we go again, guys. Here we go again. I just did a complete breakdown on chapter 131 to just disprove what this person is saying. Because again, guys, words matter. Context matters. And the way that this video is going right now, he's pushing it as if Eren just ignored all reason and just wanted to destroy people. This is what this video is pushing to now. That is not the case. I broke it down. If you guys got to check it out, go check it out. My breakdown of chapter 131. I think I did a pretty good job of it. Guys, check it out. Share that motherfucker. Do whatever you want to. Because this has got to stop, guys. This has got to stop throughout the community. This whole misconception and misunderstanding of Eren's character because they want to conflate School Cast and try to make him out to be this a monster. No, that's not what it is. Eren, y'all act like Eren just wanted to do these things. This whole little scene here is totally destroyed by chapter 131. I went into grave detail. Y'all check it out.
The question is, what exactly did Eren want? Eren wanted freedom, both because it's something he has naturally wanted since birth, and because it's something he believes he has the right to simply for being born into this world.
Agreed.
He also wants freedom because of what he saw in Armin's book, an untamed world outside of the walls that only through fighting his enemies could he reclaim. It was a sense of purpose from his otherwise purposeless life he believed he had. He manifested this dream through his hatred for the Titans, as at the time they were the sole reason he lacked freedom.
Agreed.
However, AOT isn't a story that simplistic, just as the world isn't. As the story went on, it became clearer and clearer to Eren that the world was not so black and white. His perspective was constantly tested as he found more and more reason to sympathize with his enemy. Eventually, when crossing the sea to Marley, that realization came full circle. Across the sea, within the walls, life was the same. There was no true enemy as he had once seen it. Though, one truth still remained for him. One dream that he had formed upon meeting Armin. He still wanted to fight for that freedom depicted in Armin's book.
Oh man, I'm having a blast watching this, y'all. Can y'all tell?
This is where Eren came to a crossroads.
He didn't.
Flaming waters, frozen earth. The one who sees these sights will be the freest person in the world.
True.
Eren wouldn't stop fighting until he could see those sights. That would be true freedom to him.
But he saw those sights. He saw those sights. He saw those sights in chapter 131. Because because if you look at it, chapter 139, when it was revealed, chapter 139 happened during during when he was speaking with Armin on the boat. So he saw those sights. He took Armin to those sights. So since he took Armin to those sights and showed him that, why wasn't he happy? Why wasn't he happy? You just said that Attack on Titan isn't that simple. So why are you trying to simplify the reason to make Eren a monster, but you want to overcomplicate the reasonings as to why he's not? You see what I'm saying? That's not being genuine. That's being disingenuous. Because the reason why he's not fighting to see those sights, because he saw those sights. He took Armin to see those sights. He's not just fighting for that. No, he's found out. Because it's not that simple. As you said, it's not as simple as, I'm just gonna go look at some lava and Antarctica and I'm good. No, it's the concept of that these people are after us. And as long as they still exist, we're doomed to suffer. We're doomed to die. My people are doomed to die. As long as these people still exist on the outside world, they want us dead. Hence his inner dialogue he was having in chapter 131. It's not just that simple. I just want to see some fucking fields of grains and shit. I want to see the colors of the wind. Shout out to Pocahontas. Like, it's not that fucking simple. So why are we trying to make it overly simple for that? You see what I'm saying? You're trying to simplify making him a monster, but overcomplicate the reasons as to why he's not. What I mean by that is you're overcomplicating the reasons why he's not by trying to mix in and mesh in school cast and all these different philosophies and different things to try to make him into this monster that just only was bored and wanted to kill people. I don't get it. It's very contradictory if you ask me.
Him. But he knew that freedom would come at a cost. What he would need to do to see those sights wasn't something noble. It wasn't something done out of necessity for himself or for the people on the island. This was a selfish, childish dream he had. One that would mean to sacrifice everything he had to achieve.
Bro, this video is crazy. Guys, it's pushing the narrative like all that Eren wanted to do was just see lava. That's all he wanted to see is lava. And so he decided to wipe the world out because he wanted to see those sights. Like, what? Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, this is genuinely crazy. Like, seriously, if you guys literally just think about it, this is what this man is saying. He had a childish dream because he wished to go see the sights, and because he couldn't see those sights, he threw a temper tantrum and he was bored and he decided to wipe out the world because he wanted to see lava and wanted to see the ocean and wanted to see sand. Did we read the same story? Like, I don't think we did. I'm starting to agree with other creators that I've seen. We couldn't have read the same story. I don't know what they read. They couldn't have read Attack on Titan. There's no way they could have read Attack on Titan. There's no way. There's no way.
Yet, he chose to do this. He wanted to do this. Because it was his dream since he was a little kid. A dream that finally cured him of the boredom he had. Just like Eren B, Eren A wanted to become a threat to all of humanity to keep his dream in motion. What started off as a war waged by the blood-filled history of the characters had swayed path to create something far worse. It was now a march of a man losing everything he had to achieve his dream. Eren would go so far to make his dream a reality that he would manipulate events of the past to lead him to his goal. This even meant to sacrifice his own mother to ensure that he would have the anger needed to obtain freedom. Eren was not a character influenced by his environment. Eren was the one who influenced his environment. And he would stop at nothing to keep that sense of purpose. So consumed by that vision of freedom in his head, in a moment of irony, Eren had become a slave to his own nature. He knew this too, but to him, that sight of freedom outweighed all other cons.
Jesus fucking Christ.
This might be kinda silly to compare, but it was something that I picked up on and the coincidences were just too convenient. In the 6th opening for Attack on Titan, the season where Eren left the island to wage war on Marley, the song used was called My War. At first, I just thought it was because it was a season with similarities to World War II, or even because there was a war in general. But then I realized the emphasis on my war. This wasn't a war waged by the Eldians, nor was the war being fought started by Willy Tybur and the World Alliance. This was a war started by Eren, for Eren. A war to fulfill his dream. The concept of a dream is toyed with by many characters. Erwin, Reiner, Gabby, Penny. These were all characters that on something, allowing them to keep moving forward. While the idea of a dream isn't inherently wrong, each of these characters were consumed by their dreams, struggling to let go of them. Their dreams led to the detriment of the world and themselves. While characters like Erwin and Gabby were ultimately able to let go of these dreams and face reality, Eren was not able to do so. His nature being in control of his actions ultimately led to his downfall. Like I said, Eren is an extremely unique character even within the show, as the plot typically uses the same concept of a dream to fuel the cycle of hatred. But Eren was not hindered by this cycle, and simply wanted it to exist as a justification to fight.
Jesus fucking Christ.
In the end, Eren was a twisted, childish character, unable to let go of his mind from the past. He wasn't doing something for the greater good of humanity. He was doing this for the sake of himself. This wasn't the entirety of his motivations, though I do think it was the primary reason. I find his motivations so interesting, though, and I think it's something that we can see.
How is that interesting? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's confusing. That's contradicting. How is that interesting for a man to kill everybody because all he wanted to do was see snow and ice and fucking sand and lava? How is that interesting? I'm at a loss here, because that is the most dumbest take I have ever fucking heard in my entire goddamn life. How is that interesting? You literally summarized Eren to be a character that wiped out humanity because he was bored and he just wanted to have fun. How is that interesting? Like, huh? How is that interesting? Somebody explain it to me. Somebody elaborate that to me. I'll wait. Please, explain to me how a character wipes out 80% of humanity because he wanted to see a few sights. He wanted to be a tourist and see some sights. How is that interesting? How? Like,
he reflected in many parts of our own.
Oh my God.
While
bro.
I absolutely don't sympathize with his actions, to a degree I can understand and relate to them, even if that may sound kinda messed up. I think many people often feel that sense of boredom that Eren felt. wanting to fill that void with something that may not be directly attainable. I also imagine, hopefully, that there are less people who desire to destroy the world because of their boredom, but I'm sure that there are those who will likely be consumed by their dreams.
Bro.
If there is one thing to learn from Eren, though, I think it's that letting ourselves be consumed will lead to our downfall, and one of the lessons that the ending of the story tries to land on. Like I said, if you still think that Eren's character arc is bad, well, all power to you. But I do at least hope I shed a little more light onto how I saw his character unfold, and to what the ending of Attack on Titan was really trying to say. Before I end this off, not a sponsor or anything, but I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Iglugo over on Fiverr for creating my new avatar you've seen in this video and the last. If you want something similar for a great price and someone easy to work with, I highly recommend you go check him out. Anyways, that's all. Peace, bitch.
Guys, I think people have literally lost their minds. I'm starting to believe that like comprehension skills are like they don't exist anymore. And like I said, I get what you're trying to do. You're still trying to say your point but remain neutral at the same time by saying, hey, if you don't agree with me, hey, it is what it is, but this is what I thought. You can't do it. You could do that, but you could still give a bad take. And by you giving a bad take, people can react to it. So it's that again, like I guys, I'm at a loss here. Why is this so goddamn hard to grasp? Why is this story so hard to grasp for people? Like why? Like why is this like some type of pseudo intellectual difficult alien tech that's so difficult to understand? Why is that? You're saying you literally made a video stating that Eren just wanted to destroy the world because he saw the book and he was like, man, well, I want to see that, so I'm gonna go through all this trouble. It ain't because I don't know that humanity is out there trying to kill me. It ain't because of the Titans. It ain't because of the walls. It's because I want to see some motherfucking sand. I want to see snow. I want to see lava. So I tell you what, I'm finna architect this entire plan, this entire thing, to make me get mad, right? Make me get mad, make me want to wipe the Titans out, discover that it's humans behind that, and that they want to kill us too. It ain't because they want to kill us. If they want to kill us, oh well, fuck it. It don't matter. I mean, that's their prerogative. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe out 80% of humanity because I want them motherfucking sights. I want to see all that shit. And that's interesting. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, guys. Like, fuck, man. Like, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Like, really? Really? Oh my God, bro. I can't believe that's even a thing, guys. Look, I'm not going to get back into it. Like I said, I went through an entire breakdown of chapter 131, which elaborates on Eren's true intentions and his true motives behind things and the reason things turned out the way they are. I only assume that everybody else picked up the same thing while reading the manga, but apparently understanding and comprehension is lacking in the world, because there's no way in this world. But no, I'm saying this. Clearly it's evident because of the video we just saw. But there's no way I would think in this world that somebody would genuinely watch Attack on Titan and believe that Eren just wanted to wipe out humanity because he wanted to see some sights in the book. Even though he told Armin, even though during the part where Armin sacrificed himself and they were headed to the basement, he was saying that he forgot about Armin's dream a long time ago. About those sites. He forgot about those a long time ago. Even though he said that. All he was making was a statement when he was saying that. If you knew no better and had no idea of anything, anybody who saw those sites, anybody who saw those things in real life would be the freest person in the world. And he just had a mental breakdown, literally a mental breakdown, by reverting back to his childlike state. Because he could not bear the burden of seeing what the fuck he was doing, hence him looking into the sky and not looking down at the people. Well, guys, that was the video. Guys, as usual, y'all know the deal. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and share the content. Good Lord, bro. Wow. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking bananas, bro. That's bananas, dude. That we did. I'll see y'all in the next one. Good Lord. He killed 80% of the population because he wanted to be a tourist. He go see sights. Good fucking God.